Hiccups, annoying reflex or evolutionary holdover. Hiccups are one of life's most bafflingly useless experiences. They show up uninvited, often at the most inconvenient times, mid-sentence, mid-meal, mid-important conversation, and they refuse to leave until you've tried everything short of chanting in Latin. They're not quite painful, but they're irritating enough to make you feel like your diaphragm is mocking you in Morse code. And yet, for all their pointlessness, hiccups might not be completely without purpose. In fact, some scientists believe they could be an ancient, evolutionary relic, a weird leftover from a time when our ancestors weren't quite as committed to land life as we are now. To understand hiccups, let's first break down what's actually happening. A hiccup is the result of a sudden, involuntary contraction of the diaphragm, the dome-shaped muscle that helps you breathe, followed almost immediately by the closure of the vocal cords, which produces the telltale hic sound. It's a reflex like sneezing or blinking, only infinitely more annoying and completely inconsistent. You can go years without one, or suddenly hiccup your way through an entire dinner party like a possessed accordion. So, why do we hiccup? That's where things get speculative and fascinating. One leading theory is that hiccups are a vestigial reflex, a leftover behavior from early aquatic or semi-aquatic ancestors who needed a way to clear water, or trapped air, from their airways. Some researchers point to the developmental similarity between hiccuping and a type of respiratory behavior seen in amphibians like tadpoles, who rhythmically gulp water across their gills. The neural patterns involved in tadpole gill breathing and human hiccuping are strikingly alike, as if our nervous systems still remember how to gulp like fish. Another theory takes a slightly different angle, suggesting that hiccups originally evolved to remove excess air from the stomach during feeding. Think of early mammals, perhaps aquatic ones, nursing underwater or feeding in awkward positions. Swallowed air would interfere with digestion and breathing, and a quick, reflexive diaphragm spasm might help push that air upward. In this view, the hiccup is essentially nature's built-in baby burp, a way to self-correct for sloppy feeding technique. In fact, this burping theory fits nicely with what we observe in infants. Newborns hiccup a lot, sometimes for hours, even while still in the womb. At this stage of development, babies are mastering the art of feeding, breathing, and coordinating both, without flooding their lungs or their stomachs. Hiccups may be part of the practice routine. Some researchers even propose that the reflex serves to strengthen respiratory muscles or fine-tune the brain's control over breathing. It's like a bizarre built-in workout for tiny lungs, though unfortunately, the training seems to continue long after we've left infancy behind. Despite how involuntary hiccups are, we've developed a nearly religious catalog of remedies. Holding your breath, drinking water upside down, getting scared by someone hiding behind a door with no sense of boundaries. None are guaranteed, but the ritual of trying to stop hiccups might be almost as old as the hiccups themselves. And maybe the reason we still get them at all is simply that evolution hasn't gotten around to deleting the code. After all, hiccups are usually harmless, more of a glitch than a fatal flaw, so there hasn't been much evolutionary pressure to eliminate them. It's like having a weird, outdated app on your phone that you never use, but also never uninstall. So yes, while hiccups feel like a biological prank, a random interruption to the smooth performance of being human, they may also be a quirky reminder of our evolutionary journey. Whether it's a burping reflex for underwater mammals, a hiccuping tadpole legacy, or a respiratory training module for developing infants, the hiccup is not as meaningless as it seems. It's not just a noise your body makes when it's bored or bloated. It's a fossil of a reflex, still twitching its way through modern life. Next time you're hiccuping in public and trying to pretend it's not happening, take a deep breath, not just to stop it, but to appreciate the bizarre, ancient biology behind it. Your diaphragm might just be telling a story 300 million years in the making, loudly and one hic at a time.